In the world of instrumental music, it is particularly difficult for a musician to develop a unique and instantly recognizable sound and style on any particular instrument while simultaneously being thought of by his peers and fans alike as simply being a good guy. However, through innate musicality, coupled with determination and a lifetime of positive spirited performances, plectrum banjo artist Brad Roth has done just that. Immersed in his parents' music as a youngster, after his father taught him to play the ukulele at the age of 9, Brad's musical course was set in motion, segueing to the plectrum banjo after Roth heard, in his words, the miraculous banjo style of Eddie Peabody. His singular focus became learning to play in the manner of the Banjo King. A quick study, with tutelage by players such as Hank Dougherty, Cuppy Ames, and Frank Vodich, the young banjo phenom was soon a featured performer at major West Coast banjo festivals. Although determined to be a soloist, through his father's powers of persuasion, Brad was introduced to the banjo's role in Dixieland jazz, ultimately becoming a member of the Jazz Miners. After being the first youth jazz band in history to be featured at the Sacramento Jazz Jubilee in 1975, the Jazz Miners toured the nation, including a White House concert for President Jimmy Carter, prior to taking up a 5-year residence at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. While enjoying his role in the band, Brad's solo identity resurfaced at Disney, where he was introduced to a national audience on the new Mickey Mouse Club television program. Growing too old to be considered minors, the band left Disney and broke up in 1984, at which point Brad took a drafting job with a civil engineer and banjo player friend named Steve Simpson. With a gift for business and promotion, Simpson parlayed a coincidental meeting of musicians at a casual gig into a mainstream act known as Banjo Mania. Ultimately comprised of Brad Roth, Doug Maddox, Steve Simpson, and Charlie Warren, Banjo Mania toured constantly, performing everywhere from small auditoriums to the Grand Ole Opry and the MDA Jerry Lewis Telethon.
Okay, 1, 2, 2, 2.
Thanks to Brad Roth's sensitive musical direction, Banjo Mania introduced a national audience to the banjo's unlimited musical scope and potential at its highest level. Tiring of the road, Brad left Banjo Mania in 1987, settling into a happy marriage and raising a family while working in the growing computer industry. Although music had become an avocation, his nearly 20-year association with the night-blooming jazzmen kept Brad's amazing banjo and guitar skills in front of an appreciative audience of classic jazz fans, while inspiring his daughters, Noelle and Sophia, to become musicians as well, gravitating towards the pop music of the 1930s and 40s. Their family band, Euphoric Swing, joyfully extends the Roth family's love of music one more generation.
My heart on an upward trend, tiptoe gently through my dreams.
As demand for banjo in the jazz world had diminished, recent years have seen Brad adapt his musicianship and technique to a new instrument, developing into a masterful jazz guitarist. However, just about when he'd given up hope that the phone would ever ring looking for a banjo player, in 2020, Steve Simpson called inviting Brad to reunite with Banjo Mania in the production of a new recording entitled Painting the Clouds with Sunshine. And with that, Brad's love affair with the banjo was instantly rekindled, much to the delight of banjo fans everywhere. To paraphrase Walter Houston in the classic film Yankee Doodle Dandy, I don't know of any musician who, in the long run, wouldn't rather be thought of as a great guy rather than a great musician. Without question, Brad Roth is thought of as both.
It's not like a tough position we're putting him in. Please welcome Brad Roth. Welcome, Brad Roth, to the American Banjo Museum Hall of Fame.
Well, as a young kid growing up loving the sound of the banjo, I sat here and I watched all the faces fly by of all the wonderful players who have been inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I realized a great number of them taught me something or inspired me along the way, helped me have the perseverance to just keep going. Endeavor to persevere, as they say. And so, hats off to everyone before me who paved the musical road that I've enjoyed my whole life. Two of the guys are sitting right here. Bill Dendel, Eddie Erickson. Yeah. And Doug Maddox has been a major inspiration to me over the years. And a great encouragement to me as well. A few other names I want to mention. Dr. Ron McClellan. Over the last year, Ron and I have shared many phone calls, many lengthy phone calls, some late at night, some early in the morning, because I had not recorded a solo banjo CD in a long time, and I didn't know if I could do it, and so I asked Ron if he would kind of be my musical consultant. But having him on that journey with me was a remarkable experience, because not only was he a great musical consultant, but he was a great friend, a great encourager, and without him, I never would have finished the project. I'm certain of it. So my wonderful wife, Linda, who's always been behind me 100% musically, and as a great spouse. My kids, who encourage me to play and who enjoy making music with me. That's the greatest experience I think I've ever had, making music with my kids. And so it's a great honor for me to be here tonight, to see all the smiling faces, to hear all the great stories, and to hear the great American banjo. Thank you so much.